You're Near the Wild with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska.
You know what?
We did it.
That was
We're
one
back.
of the best ones.
We're recording again.
Okay. But no, that's, yeah. So we were going to do the bus, and then I was going to barbecue, and I went, oh, this will be great. Brett's up here. This is good. And then the weather just turned, and I went, or I'm sitting on that fucking tin can. I mean, you still got pool tan on you. I got pool tan on me. He's in LA now.
Yeah.
He's got pool tan on him. We're all covered in grease over here.
We are not built for this cold weather anymore. Too spoiled.
We'll just pretend we're on the bus.
No, I mean, that's the thing is if you think about it, we're going because we're coming up on the 50th episode, so we're planning something around that.
If you really think about it, the whole world is a bus that we're all on.
That is great. That is
That's deep.
Yeah.
That is.
Just made that up just now.
Yeah, that's good. No, okay. So yeah, we're on the world bus right now.
So
Yeah.
So Brett, what is?
But we're in the back. In the back of the world bus.
Of course.
Rosa Parks.
You've been on the podcast since you were last here, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was exciting.
That was not that long. It doesn't feel like that long ago.
It was, let's say November.
Was it?
That sound
okay,
right?
that makes sense. Around Thanksgiving, yeah.
So if anybody needs to catch up, go find that episode. So what's been going on with your life since then, Brett?
Let us know what has changed since you were drunk in Bisbee.
Yeah, what has changed?
Now I'm drunk in Anchorage.
That's a life change.
Yeah, I moved to Los Angeles.
Nice.
That's the thing.
From Illinois.
From Illinois to Bisbee to Los Angeles.
How many years had you planned this?
Well, I'm 47, so about 47.
You came out of the womb going, I gotta get to LA. That's where it's
fucking outta
happening.
here. Yeah, I could tell Peoria was a shithole right from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while in the planning. I was waiting for my kids to wander off on their own, and they did. So I get the fuck out of there.
No, I know, and that was the thing is people didn't understand. This was like a preset thing. It was everybody who knew Brett was like, once the kids are safe and on their own, I'm out. And he actually did it though. A lot of people, I mean, we know there's a lot of parents that just they leave before they're even. They'll move and just leave them in a car.
Thought about it.
It's about me.
Yeah.
Did you leave in a spectacular fashion where you just like burnt all the bridges you had in Peoria, could never go back?
No, I didn't do that. I should have probably.
See, what I thought, and this is where I would have came at one point during this whole plan where you go, fucking, I know Peoria's a shithole, but I got to do this. I would have said, my daughter is a hell of a tap dancer. We should probably go to LA to see if she couldn't be a star tap dancing. Next, she's working 2 jobs and you're doing open mics. Honey, your career didn't work out, but mine's going crazy.
Every famous tap dancer started working overnights at Denny's.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's the path. Gregory Hines did the same thing.
Actually, that's very funny because he still does. Actually,
Yeah.
He's dead, right? Did he
Sure.
die?
Probably.
No, but I was amazed with
No,
that.
he's not dead. Gregory Hines isn't. Is Gregory Hines?
I don't know.
I don't either, but I seem like he died.
I'm sad. now.
But here's the deal: is all those guys
maybe.
we grew up with like that they were best known for being like dancers, and I mean like even Sammy Davis Jr. stuff. I mean entertainers that did the full gamut. I mean from
Right.
the Cats Goes On, but they all died. I go. You know what's weird is they had a healthier lifestyle than I do, and I mean they danced every day. I mean, they guys tap dancing to
cardio. Cardio workouts.
I'm saying I don't understand how they died before me.
Yeah.
I just saw in LA we saw a show called Absinthe that was pretty amazing, and there was these 2 tap dancers, and they were good. I think I don't know tap dancing.
No, it's gone to that route.
I think they were good, but as I was watching, I was thinking like Gregory Hines was like a huge star. And I know who Gregory Hines is for some reason. Didn't even bother learning the names of these 2 incredible tap dancers I saw live. So I think it's a dying art. I think you're stuck in a tent
is that
in
horrible?
Caesar's
We've been
Palace.
writing this off like it's like some little bird that's now extinct. I mean, there's all these things that are dying off. I was talking to somebody last night about when I used to work at the Derby in LA, and it was like they had like the Cherry Poppin' Daddies and thing, and Stray Cats would pop in, and there were 14-piece bands that would play every night, and there was a line around the building, and then it just kind of died off, and then it just it was a fad. No, in the 40s it was a fad. Now it's But it was crazy because these musicians were all working. They played together. They, doing the whole jazz thing where they would interact.
They spent lots of money on giant suits and long pocket watch chains.
Amazing. Yeah, exactly right. It was like a different time. And then you realize the reason it had to die out was when that guy couldn't make it, there was no one talented enough to take his place. In other words, you got one and done. I mean, there was, that guy's amazing as act. Well, call your friend. Oh, he's not as good as that guy. He admires that guy. Yeah. That's the only guy. So that's when we say that about dancing. I mean, that's like Dance with the Stars. It's still one of the top rated shows on TV. Top rated. And you know why? Because people are like, that's amazing. That's weird. People actually dance where they don't just grind on each other until there's either a sexual assault or an NBA ring.
That's a good point. I never thought of Dancing with the Stars that way. What should we talk about this show? You just
got back from Las Vegas. Tell us about Las Vegas.
Yeah, we need to check Las Vegas out here.
What's happening in Vegas, man?
I love Vegas. I mean, you know that. I mean, I go down twice a year whether I like it or not.
Vegas was really fun. Saw some awesome shows and ate some awesome food. I'm just the biggest pussy when it comes to gambling, so I'm just terrible at it.
Right.
I don't gamble either.
I hate it.
No, you don't have to though.
Yeah, I love Vegas, but I never gamble there. Yeah. I just go there for drinking and carousing.
I like the drinking and carousing a lot. I like the people watching. Best place to just judge people.
And you never know. You always know you're not rock bottom. There's a guy sleeping on a bench. Yeah. Goes, I'm still better than the guy who couldn't get a bench. I'm better than that guy. Socks on his hands.
There are so me and my girlfriend we were walking around, and there's homeless people, and some homeless people try really hard. Like there's a guy who looks like Johnny Depp. He found a director's chair.
Right. Actually, that could have been Johnny Depp.
It could have been.
No, he's not. Yeah, things aren't going well.
Mordecai did not do well.
Wow, it was a misunderstanding.
And then there's other homeless people where it's just like a lady who just put some sunglasses on her cat. And I'm like, that's not.
Not even her cat, dude.
Just found it. Just cat wandered up wearing sunglasses.
She had sunglasses. She found the cat and lost and found.
And my girlfriend feels bad for the cat, but I'm of the opinion that most cats don't even have sunglasses. So at least someone's watching out for it.
There you go. That's a perfect Vegas analogy right there. Yeah. It's like people remember it's the old entertainment thing where the guy scooping up the elephant shit and they go, "Oh, this is horrible. What do they pay you?" I was gonna pay a lot. And he goes, "I had nothing. They don't pay me. I fucking get a few dollars if I'm 6 hours of serving up shit. Why don't you quit?" He goes, "Give up entertainment? Are you crazy?" He goes, "Yeah, that's show business." But no, Vegas is one of those ones you can just almost see it in their eyes. I mean, it's a tough town. You can be an amazing dancer and you're not as good as the one working.
Yeah, you might be better, but you also I don't know. You could have a weird eye, and they're like, "I don't like this guy. He looks at me funny. Can't hire him."
No, I just saw that in that Shark Tank. A guy he was trying to pitch to him, "I have this magic act," and he does the whole the guy's as spongy as it gets, but he's got good hair. And he goes, "I want to go to Vegas. You need to put up $1.3 million, and I'm going to go start a show, and it's going to be a hit in Vegas." And the guy goes, "They already got magic shows in Vegas, and you're not it." And that was a great example. He goes, "You know how hard it is to get in that market? The room itself is hard to get." So he goes, "Well, I'll get a good venue with that kind of money." He goes, "With our money, when do we get it back?" He goes, "Well, if I sell out 6 shows a night for 2.5 years, that's $13 million, and you're going to get 10% of that." And he goes, "When do I get my money back?" He goes, "I haven't." It was funny because the guy.
There are.
He wasn't a psychic. I'll say that.
There are a lot of magic shows. I really wanted to see. I didn't really want to see, but I kind of wanted to see Chris Angel.
Yeah,
Mind Freak, just to see if he was a real person.
No, he is a real person. He's a mousy looking guy who wears mascaras. That was his mom with the cat with the sunglasses.
Because I remember his show.
Mom Angel.
There's this show where he looks like Ed Hardy in the club every night getting bottle service. And then now on all the posters, you walk around, all the Luxor posters of his new show, he just looks like a scared 13-year-old.
No.
He's completely changed his look.
Really?
And it looks like a computer-generated, video game character. And
yeah, he's been hanging out with Carrot Top, so maybe he's shooting the steroid.
Yeah, dude.
Carrot Top's amazing looking. No, I don't care. I actually saw him in person when I saw him. I was there. He was just somewhere cutting through. And I was going, "Nope, you really stand out in the crowd.
Yeah.
For being a ginger."
He looks like he's had the shit beat out of him. Like his face is all swolled, you know. Like,
well, he looks like he looks like one of those bodybuilding women. He's got that huge red hair, and he's just like huge.
I've considered it like, guys, because we're going into St. Patrick's Day. I consider it like a dude in a skirt, dude. Like the kilt. They call him kilt. So it says skirt. That's exactly it. You'll go, is that a skirt? Because those guys will kick the shit out of you. He's got himself to a point where he's pretty muscular, and he is wearing clearly tattooed eye makeup.
Well, I want to.
Whatever his deal is, I'm good with it. I'm not going to his show, but Penn and Teller, back me up on this.
I don't know if you guys know who Busta Rhymes is. You guys know who Busta Rhymes is?
Yeah. He came and played at Goods.
What's the
Really?
scenario?
Yeah. He's another rapper. Well, not another. He's another person, another entertainer who used to be just like a skinny dude and is now huge and buff. And I would really like to see Busta Rhymes and Carrot Top arm wrestle. And I don't know.
Think about it. Both of their careers could go up on this.
Maybe after the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, maybe MGM Grand can put that together.
Yeah, that could be the undercard.
Sure, I'd watch it.
Oh my God! We could have guys tap dance right before it, just to try to rejuvenate both arm wrestling and tap dancing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Carrot Top would probably have a prop arm he would use.
That would
be
good.
hilarious.
Or one of those applause meters. Jack in the Box.
But overall, it was a good, really awesome trip.
Boner box.
You know, I just drank a lot, hung out by the pool.
Hey, how the pools were open? Which pools did you hang out at?
Just the Luxor. We didn't.
Oh, dude, Flamingo.
I didn't know Flamingo.
Oh my God, all nude all day.
Really?
Yeah.
I was nude at the Luxor pool, but
I mean, it happens.
my dick is so small nobody even notices. They just think I'm wearing. It's a weird fur G-string.
So wait, you were laying on your back?
Oh yeah, totally.
That's weird, dude. I know enough about European pools. Yeah, you lay face down. Yeah.
Oh, I saw the bodies exhibit. Speaking of dicks hanging out.
Yeah.
See lots of. I guess they're all Chinese prisoners. All the bodies
were Chinese prisoners. Now they're in a better place.
Well, they're still
The Luxor.
prisoners in a sense.
Yeah. We're gonna trap you between glass.
What's the
Bodies is it's this exhibit where they have actual human bodies that are like dissected and
sliced it really thinly?
Yeah, they have that, and
That's actually how they cut the prime rib at the Sahara.
just paper thin.
Same guy.
And so there's also displays of people like throwing footballs, and you can see all the muscles and ligaments and stuff. And they're actual bodies of people. I don't think Chinese people play football, but I don't know. But it's weird because you see like they leave the skin of the belly button on all of them, and they add like weird fake lips to them and eyebrows. And if you go around the back of them, you can see the little butthole slips. So I got my money's worth. I snuck around these things. I looked every angle.
A lot of Chinese buttholes.
You're not supposed to take pictures. I think I have a couple on my phone though.
Yeah. Okay. But no, I'd immediately be like, fuck you, no flash. But
Yeah. So that was interesting. I guess I was reading stuff too, but I didn't retain anything I really read about the body. I was just looking at all the.
they don't have an actual talkie thing that tells you?
Oh, I think
because I can't imagine people reading.
I skipped the audio tour. I just glance at everything. My biggest concern was all the sport. There's lots of like sports posing, like throwing a baseball or a football or
which is not big
or
sports over there, right?
No, I don't know. But
I mean, maybe in prison.
I did notice one thing they overlooked was the direction the penis would wave if you were throwing a football. You have the momentum, and there's a well hung Chinese man.
That's why that's his last name.
That's his name.
But his penis is going the wrong direction, so that was my comment card for bodies. Check it out.
Okay, no, I've always wanted to go. We were going to go. They had two up here at one time. They did one at the museum the same time the fair had one. And we didn't go to the fair that year, and we didn't go to the museum. And I just, damn it. By the time we went, it was the Dr. Seuss thing. And Becky's like, this isn't body parts. I go, I get it. I think we're at the wrong exhibit. You're right.
These penises are all candy canes.
Yeah.
This is weird.
This is creepy. But yeah. So, that's cool. So yeah. So what are you rating on Vegas then? Do you like Vegas?
I like Vegas for like 2 days. And by the third day, I'm just like, all right, I'm done.
There is so many things, and I felt bad because I didn't really touch base with it because a lot of the things I was going to tell you, I went online to check because I told you that once they exposed stuff on the internet, because I knew all the old scams like the Hard Rock, you go there to Hard Rock Casino, and after like 1 a.m, You go, I want the gambler special, and it's like a 7-ounce steak, 2 eggs, this, that, and it's like $4. But you have to order it. It's not on the menu.
Right.
But they've exposed so many of these. I started checking. They go, forget that one. After somebody put it on, somebody did it on Philly radio, and they got hit with fucking attitude from Philly people. Thank you, fanatics.
So I always forget how much I don't like people from the East Coast.
No, and that's why Atlantic City's going under.
I mean,
Imagine a guy winning when he already has that kind of attitude.
trying to
fucking kicked it out. I go, fuck it, I'm out of this there.
trying to order a drink behind like 4 bald dudes from Boston is just the worst experience.
New
ever.
York is where they really go when you go there. That's the one where I wore that I have the Kung Fu outfit. I was walking to the casino. I bought a Kung Fu outfit at the Everything's Made in China store.
He's grabbing the outfit now. He's going through his costumes. That's a real.
Oh yeah, sweet.
So I go through wearing this, and these Guidos are in the lobby, and I was joking because I bought it because I got killed at Pai Gow, and then I go to this place, and I come back, and the lady goes, "You want to play Pai Gow?" I go, "Pai Gow changed my life." So she goes, "Oh, how much you want to buy in for?" I go, "No, it changed my life. I'm never playing Pai Gow again." So we go round. But these guys are walking to the lobby, and they're all fucking just attitude, and they're walking through, and I'm just, cruising through them by myself because I'm looking for beer or something. I don't know. And I'm walking by, and the guy shoulder checks me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Really? We're in the lobby. We're in the lobby of the New York. There's people everywhere, and then 3 guys, bam, ha, got ya. I'm like, oh, really? I turn around and go, fuck you. And he's like, what? And I realize now I'm fucking pissing off 3. Really? Carrot Top, bigger than Carrot Top. And, and they're like going, what? And I go, oh. So what you do is, your comic sense, I'm wearing a fucking karate outfit. I go, ha! Like Kung Fu-y, remember Kung Fu-y? Yeah, I do that. I just don't flinch. I mean, don't break the character. I'm just going, yeah, you want a piece of this? And I'm like, and they're like, oh. And they started to move forward like, I'm going to get my ass kicked. And then they went, fuck you, man. And the guy's voice cracked when he said it. And they left. And I went, I don't know why that guy's in a Kung Fu outfit in New York. And I don't know why when we bumped him, he thought he could react like that. But he might kick our ass.
He's clearly here for a Tai Chi tournament.
And I think they knew they were on camera, and they went, this will be a viral video of 3 Guidos getting their ass kicked by a little red-haired guy. Yeah. So I won on that one. I won. So you want to win in Vegas, John. You can people watch and still win. Fuck the slots.
But it was great. It was great. I'm sure I'll go back.
Yeah. No, we'll go back, and we'll figure out a time. We'll go back to, We'll go back.
We'll take Near the Wild on the road.
Take the podcast to Vegas.
I think we should do another comedy thing where we go, we hit down there. Maybe not Death Valley because it's so busy now because we promoted it.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, but it's really fun. And that's the other thing I was going to tell you. You should have drove to like Death Valley, shot straight out to like past Pahrump. And it's complete open desert, but it's something to do in Vegas. I mean, we would always go down, spend a couple days on the way to the Valley party, and then we go out there, and then once you're done with being in the middle of nowhere, you go back to somewhere, and there's people everywhere, and you go, I kind of like both. Yeah.
I was always looking for stuff to do, outside of just hanging out on the strip and whatever. But I do enjoy just like watching there's a Shake Shack, which is Awesome Burgers right across from M&M store, which is my favorite thing to do because I just like love watching people walk into the M&M store and you'd be like, well, what the fuck are they looking at in there?
H&M or M&M?
M&M.
Okay.
So just the candy. There's a store dedicated to
little
M&M.
white kid.
And they're just, it just blew my mind. I've never been in. I don't have any plans of ever going in there, but I just like to sit there and wonder about what people are doing in there. Just grabbing handfuls of M&M and taking them up to the cashier.
No, but it's gluttony. The whole city is based on your 7 deadly sins. That's and that's once you get that, like the guys handing out, that's the best. The guys handing out the pictures of, chicks on the street. They've reduced them. It used to be horrendous.
Oh, now they all wear shirts that say either, my favorite is hot escorts. I like that. Escorts. And then they have.
You should have applied for a job with those guys. Just get a shirt and then go, yeah, I can't make it today. And just fly home. Get the escort shirt, dude.
Just go walking up to you, hey, can you cover for me tonight? And then the other one is Orgasm Clinic, but for some reason they spell orgasm Orgasim.
Oh, because, Kane West owns Orgasm. Yeah.
So that was confusing, but I think it was just a misprint, but they realized it, so now they try to sell the shirts because all the drunk people want to buy the misprint.
Oh, yeah. It's like the upside down stamp. In
So
Vegas.
then there's like four drunk guys from Boston like bartering with an old Mexican lady wearing a shirt that says Orgasm Clinic, and it's just fun to watch. I don't know.
No.
It's a magic place.
No, it is. And that's like I said, there are different levels of it. And like you should have went to Heart Attack Grill. Did you go to the Heart Attack
I did
Grill?
not go to the Heart Attack Grill.
See, that's one of the ones I was going to tell you. Go just do it just to see it, because this is a place. Okay, we all know the story, right? Like even their spokesperson died actually, of a heart attack at the Heart Attack Grill, and yet the FDA is still debating.
Yeah, it's fine.
If we could have a new drug that reduces childhood leukemia. Well, we got to look into this, but the Heart Attack Grill, we're good with that. Go.
I thought about going, but I have an eye twitch that I've developed over the past couple of weeks, and I occasionally have mild chest pain, so I'm just trying to avoid any.
You don't want to fly
I don't
too
think
close
you
to
get
the sun.
contact high on like heart attacks.
It's not Ebola.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a participant. I'm when it comes to any food related things, I am not a spectator. I jump in there.
Okay, but yeah, we went there. They make you put on a hospital gown. They do this. They spank you. But what you got to realize,
spank you.
Yeah, they spank you. They'll spank you.
How do you eat a burger?
If you don't finish your food, they spank you.
Spank you?
Yeah, like a hot chick comes out and spanks you, and you go, "Oh, this is funny," and then your friends are all going, "Tsk, tsk, tsk," and you go, "What are you doing?" And you go, "Nothing. I'm going over to the body exhibit." But so you check Facebook, and you're like, "Why did I got so many hits?" And is that you in a hospital gown getting spanked at with the fat guy in the background? You go, "Yeah, that's me. That's Vegas, dude." But that's the thing; it revels in. Remember, you're free if you're over 400 pounds. You get free.
Really?
Free food. So they have a huge scale out front, and the old joke is, all your group gets on there, and you see it because it has a big digital scale. That's their entrance. It's brilliant, actually. We should do it at the club, and and so it gives your weight. Well, if you go up there and you're over 400 pounds, you don't pay. You're free. They give you a free meal.
Wow.
Because Hard Attack Grill, funny, right?
Yeah.
Cute idea. Well, what's funny is when your group gets off, your 6 people you went with, you finally all got together. We're going to get to Hard Attack Grill. It's great. The guy who walks up behind you is over your weight of 6 of you by himself. And you go, Jesus Christ!
So everyone starts clapping. Just a round of applause for this guy.
No, but that's it. We're reveling. That's like I said, 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
This fat guy, this is his heyday. This is where he's king.
Yeah.
And you're going, and then Obamacare kicks in the back of your mind. You go, this is why I have to pay $2,000 a month for insurance, so this fucking piece of shit can get free burgers until he dies.
There was so we were eating burgers, and this really big guy like walks into the burger place, huge guy, and I just immediately I'm like, that guy should not be eating a burger. And then I paused and I thought, this is the first big guy I've seen not riding a rascal scooter around and actually walking, so he deserves a burger. I applaud that guy. So that was like the triumphant moment of my trip. I saw a guy walking into a Shake Shack, and I was like, he did it under his own power, and that's respectable.
No, and that's what you got in Vegas, and that's why there's a certain time limit, because then you get jaded. Like I used to do with women. I go, if you spend more than 5 days in Las Vegas, every woman in Las Vegas is a whore. She is. In your mind, you're going, whore, prostitute. And I was on an elevator when we were at the Plaza. When we were coming down, we were doing shows down there, going down the elevator, and there was a hot black chick that got on the elevator with me, and I looked at her and went, and we're like on the, 17, we're in the penthouse thing, whatever the penthouse is in a shitty hotel, the top. And, I thought it was weird they had pay elevators. That was weird. But she gets on, and I go, wow, that's a hot looking prostitute, man. I'm married happily, boom, but that was hot.
Yeah.
And I went, in the back of my mind, I'm going, how guilty can you feel? I mean, she's probably an executive with the hotel, was up checking because somebody's hot tub didn't work in one of the penthouses.
They send the executives up with a wrench.
Yeah, so in the back of my mind, I'm going, this is bullshit. You just fucking took this woman and turned her into a piece of meat, and it was like, that was ridiculous. And literally, we hit about the 7th, we're going to the lobby, hit the 7th, she goes, you looking to party? And I go, are you fucking kidding me? She really was a prostitute, I think. Or an executive who wanted more money.
Yeah, an executive who likes to party.
We were walking around, and there were guys standing on like the pedestrian bridge recrossing. Just guys yelling out, party favors. Party favors, Coke, weed, meth. I'm like, why are you even calling it party favors if you're also yelling out what you were selling?
That was our story. We were down there. Glenn Wool was out on a dance floor, and it was like some, whatever fucking house band, Filipino fucking heavy metal band or something. And they're out there, and he's out there dancing, and the guy, he watches this guy go through the crowd, just scurvy looking guy, comes up to Glenn and goes, "Hey, you want some Coke?" Like, why'd you pick me up? I'm the only guy on a fucking full dance floor. He's like, you're the easy mark. I go, you're a cop, right?
End of that story. Yes, of course I want some Coke.
Yes. I'll get back to you in like 6 minutes.
So that was it. That was my trip. It was good.
That's
I
great.
was exhausted, and now I'm back.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think what you missed. You missed, you left Sundays.
We left Sunday night, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you didn't miss anything. You missed absolutely nothing. Nothing. We didn't even. We had maybe one shooting, I think.
That's it.
That's not that many
that's
for you guys.
really
That's how
slowing down.
fast your vacation went by. Boom, one shooting, you're
Oh,
back.
man. Yeah, I got back to work this morning, and it's like nobody noticed I was gone, so perfect.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
So
The paper mache had worked.
I've reached that point in my job where I'm basically just like anonymous, where people just aren't sure if I'm there or not. And they're just like, "Oh, I'm sure he's."
You got the stand-up desk now, right? Though.
I don't have a stand-up desk.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a wave of future now. People are going, let's get rid of the chair. Let's just stand up. And that's so they can go, okay, I'm out of here. You don't have that whole backup in your chair. Are you leaving? No, I'm not leaving. I'm just backing up. Now you just run. All right. So, Brett, so LA, what's your plans there? So you locked in, you like your, living accommodations?
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. Living in Stanhope's old apartment building with Brian Hennigan right above us, so that's always fun.
So he's on top.
He's on top.
Yeah, all right.
And he's a tiny little Scotsman, so he doesn't make a lot of noise on my ceiling when he walks, when he flits about. Yeah, it's pretty fucking great, man. It's weird. It's just a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a totally different deal.
I always compare it when you go there. It's like there's like almost a year in which it doesn't seem real. It's like buying a house. You go, is this really? Am I really in LA and stuff? And
Yeah.
and you really are. And it's all the stuff you grew up watching.
Yeah.
And then the facade kind of falls away.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I get it, like why you're there. And I never understood this. The guy with 6 kids that lives there works at Jiffy Lube and lives in a violent area because he can't afford better than that. Why is he there?
Yeah, he should go back to Peoria. It's perfect for
He
you.
could go to Texas and buy a mansion.
No, but that's it. You're going, why are you here? I go, and then he slips you a script when he changed your oil. You go, oh, I get it. I know why you're here. Everyone wants to be a
It's
star.
called In a Jiffy.
It's great. You can be in it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool though. Dude, within walking distance to the Comedy Store, the Improv, and the Laugh Factory, and the Nerd Melt Theater. So, I mean, that blows my mind.
No,
There's so much comedy happening in that town. Everybody has a comedy show. I went to a comedy show in a fucking pet store it's called.
I saw the Facebook post. For
Yeah,
that.
2 Girls, 1 Pup is the name of the show. And you come, and 2 girls host it, and everyone brings their dog to the fucking show. And it was great. I thought it was great. But yeah, I mean,
Latino night's a huge fight though. It's just pit bulls just tearing into each other.
pit bulls and chihuahuas. So I'm trying to get on that show because you just have to get onto all these shows.
At least you don't have to borrow a dog. That's the cool part.
But I want to, and after thinking about this, they probably have either had people do this before or else thought of it themselves and then rejected the idea because it was stupid. But I want to do, like, there were comics there, and the comics were basically, the 2 girls that were hosting it did jokes. They talked about dogs and dog-related things. But the other comics just did their regular sets. So I want to do a whole set for the dogs.
Tailored
I
to
want
the
Right.
dogs.
Comedy
Not
for
about
the dog.
dogs, but for
the
dogs.
dogs.
you know?
Humor whisper.
Yeah. And then I found out from Mike Costa, he told me that Steve Martin, of course, already did that. I guess but it was just one joke. He was on The Tonight Show in the 70s, And he said, all right, now this next joke is not for you. It's for your dog sitting there on the couch. And then I haven't looked at it yet to see what the joke is, but yeah, he had a joke for the dogs. But I think that would be, I want to fucking do that show and just have jokes for fucking,
No, I like it.
you know.
It's like almost
You
like...
might be a beagle if...
I will tell you,
See?
the dogs in the audience, aren't old enough to have seen that clip though. And
That's
they
it.
also,
Oh, yeah,
They
that's-
also can't use YouTube, so
That's
you're
true.
probably good.
Yeah, that's true. It was really an odd thing because, everyone is sitting there with their dog and there's almost no laughter. And it wasn't because the jokes that the comics were telling weren't funny. It's because everyone's fucking dealing with their dog. Like everyone's,
Right. It's why, the baby thing never worked.
yeah.
We'll have a comedy club where you bring your baby, and it's like...
Yeah, it's all you're doing is So it was really it was odd, but I liked it. But that's L.A. Like there's a fucking comedy show in every. It's like the joke about there being a Starbucks on every corner. Well, there's a comedy show on every corner in L.A.
Right.
So other than all the comedy, what's been the biggest lifestyle change for you moving to LA? What do you?
Well, I went from a house with 3 bedrooms and 2 stories to a 1-bedroom apartment of about 800 square feet, maybe.
But I'm sure it's got many stories of band leaders overdosing in there.
Yeah, it's got actual stories. It's definitely the living space is small, but the apartment's really nice and the location is fucking great. So it's an adjustment,
So is it like a minimal lifestyle you lead now, where you have like one shirt on a hanger?
Well, you know what? Yeah, we our original plan was we were my girlfriend and I were going to be living with this other girl friend of ours who's already been in LA for a couple years, and she was looking for a roommate, and we're like, well, we'll all get a place together. And that was gonna be fucking perfect. And she already had all kinds of furniture and shit. So we're like, well, we don't need furniture. That'll be great. So we fucking just got rid of everything. We got rid of all of our furniture. We had a bed and that's
Fire
it.
sale.
And then right before we left Bisbee, this girl called us and said, I really hate to tell you this, but I took a job in San Diego. So she fucking moved to San Diego. So now we're coming to LA and we have no furniture. You're like,
that's all they need.
All of our shit.
Another homeless couple.
Yeah. So luckily we moved into an apartment that's small enough that you can't really tell that we don't have furniture.
No, but you can. That's the one thing about LA is it's like, and we're fast. We go down like we'll go down like last few years. We go down for Becky's birthday, and we found this rental house that's in Hollywood Hills, and it's great. It's $200 a night. It's got a hot tub right over the hills, and we're 20 minutes from everything. And Becky was like, okay, because he always said, I could never live in LA. And he goes, well, I could probably live here. Because we like, want to go to the zoo? We go, where is it? 20 minutes. Want to go Burbank? 20 minutes. IKEA? 20 minutes. It was like that thing from our brother We're Out There. This place is geological oddity. It's 20 minutes from everywhere. But it's very expensive living in the Hollywood Hills. And the reason is because, again, you have all that. But with furniture and stuff, it's amazing the turnover of stuff. Because in Alaska, we get jaded. Yeah. You go down there, they got fucking stuff up here that you can't even find. They're going $3.
Yeah.
$3 for a fucking brand new tracksuit? And you go, yeah, it's got a bullet hole in it.
Yeah, the other really weird thing about where we live in West Hollywood is it's filled with Russians.
Yeah, you're
Which
in an
is
area
odd.
It's
Like,
half gay and half Russian. That was always the joke in West Hollywood. If you're not Russian, you're gay.
Yeah. They're not gay Russians. They're either gay Americans or old Russian guys. It's fucking crazy.
But it makes for the farmer's market and everything.
Yeah, the farmer's market and the little park there. You go to the park and it's just every picnic table is crammed with old Russian guys in tracksuits playing dominoes, playing chess and shit like that. It's just wild, man. Like, what?
And they do
How did you end up in West Hollywood? Like, of all of the places, and then they still are like angry all the time. It's like, why are you angry? You fucking won. You live here.
No, you need to research the story on that. And what happened was, and this is the weird part, is there was a time when the Soviet bloc was considered the enemy. And people who got out of Russia when the whole conversion happened, we gave them full citizenship as what do you call it? Where you leave because you can't go back.
Asylum.
Asylum. We gave all these old Russians asylum, and then there was a little loophole in the late 80s that gave them full benefits. So they also collect Social Security and
So they're on the
Medicaid.
dole.
No, they never
can-
put a dime in our fucking system. And then they nailed a lawyer who worked there. He was taking all their checks. He'd bring them in, and he was taking all their checks. And of course, they used it for what would be considered legal activities. And they were buying apartment complexes. They were buying real estate, selling drugs. They did everything, but they kept it all clean and above board. In other words, it wasn't like the neighborhood's nice.
Yeah.
You can walk at night.
So don't feel bad when you're playing dominoes with these old men and
Yeah.
you're kicking their ass, taking their money.
Yeah, but when you wonder why
That's
they
my
all
money first.
they didn't necessarily pick there. They got when they were
got
brought
put
in.
there.
They got you're staying here because that's where our organization is.
Huh.
And so that's why they're there. And so I think there is some resentment. But that was always my favorite. Live there, and I'd be driving, and all of a sudden, pedestrian crosswalks. I don't know how Peoria works, but when one old lady puts her foot down in
Everyone
that crosswalk,
stops.
you stop. You lock it up.
Yeah. It's crazy. That is mind blowing.
And I had a lady, she fucking stumbles through and her fucking big knee socks hanging down and big gams as big as hams. And she's just wandering, and she stops in front of me, reaches in her little pouch, pulls something out. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I gotta go. And she takes out a cigarette paper, and then she takes out tobacco.
Rolls a cigarette?
And she rolls it right in front of my car. A big fat tongue lip in it, and then she rolls it up and then lights it, takes a drag, and then proceeds to keep going. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But that's how long they've been there. That you can't do anything about it. And I go, I could run you over, but I didn't have a car big enough to run her over. But yeah, that was the joke I always said then. This is like when you call a bald guy curly. I said, when they call them Russians, they're not in a hurry at all. They'll stand there for 2 days. We used to wait for toilet paper longer than this. Fuck you.
Sounds lovely though.
Yeah, there's so many comedy shows there. And everything has a theme. Like you can't just do a comedy show anymore. It's got to have some sort of like. There's one. One of the first ones we went to is hosted by this girl that Henry Phillips is dating. What's her name? Deborah Etta. She's very funny, and it's called Happy Contest Time, and it's like 6 comics, and they all do their 10 minutes, and then they're each judged by 3 Japanese schoolgirls who don't understand English, and they rate the comedy, and then there's a winner. So I mean,
And then they stand in a tube where money like blows around them and they have to grab as much as they can.
That's the only part of it that doesn't happen. But yeah, it was really funny. It's just such an odd, like they're always trying to think of a new way to repackage 6 comics doing 10 minutes of
Right.
comedy
And
each,
so you get that crowd that likes comedy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the crowd that likes schoolgirls.
Yeah.
And you'd probably still do your dog act for them.
Yeah, it's
Because
perfect.
there's a lot of motion.
They love it. That's a winner.
Yeah, telling you.
The Alaska comics, we're doing a Royal Rumble roast. I think somebody read about one in it's kind of like a wrestling themed roast. Somebody read about one or went to one in LA, and so now we're just
Roast battle
that.
at the Comedy Store is the biggest show in LA right now.
Yeah, we're blatantly just stealing that and doing
Yeah,
it
do.
at Coots. I think it's gonna be fun.
I'll tell you, I went to it and it really is it's fucking great. Like you can tell that they're selling it as a television show. I mean, they're doing the whole thing like it's already a television show.
Yeah, that's it.
The thing was 50 minutes long total. Oh, stop it.
That's Hollywood calling.
That's the president of comedy.
Guys,
quiet.
Brett Erickson just hit it big.
I'm not doing the show tonight. So Roast Battle, it's 2 comics and they go back and forth and then it's done in rounds. There's 3 rounds. So there's a moderator and then there's 3 comics who judge. And if the roasters aren't funny, then the comics just fucking rip them. So Jeff Ross is usually one of the 3.
Right.
And then they also have this thing called the Black Wave, which is 4 black guys and 1 really nerdy white guy. and they
Oh, the writer, you mean?
they do the they do the wave just randomly during the show. Whoa! And then like if somebody gets off like a really good burn, then they'll like act it out. They'll like jump up, maybe like one guy will do like a machine gun pantomime, like, and then one guy will be like he's getting shot and he falls on the stage, like, oh, it's fucking great. And then on the other side of the stage is a racist couple. It's like this old white guy with a beard and his wife, and then they just make inappropriate, terribly
Wasn't he Kramer on
racist.
Seinfeld?
Yeah, it could be. So I mean, that's the whole thing. So I mean, it really is it was fucking
No, it's
great. I
entertaining,
laughed
and
my
that's the
ass
thing.
off.
And once you
Oh
get
my
jaded
God.
enough, you go, okay, this is clever.
actually
So if
pretty
you
good.
want to see something kind of like that, Chilkoot Charlie's March 26th and 27th, that we will be, doing something similar. We're just ripping off completely. But we're going to do very wrestling themed. I think everybody's going to have a character, and I'm ordering a giant rubber snake to wear around my neck.
Nice.
It's going to be a good time.
No,
We're pretty excited about it.
No,
We haven't quite mastered the whole stand-up thing, so now we're branching off into other...
yeah, that's immediately you break off and go.
Hey, be better
well,
than writing jokes, getting costumes. That'd be fun.
Putting the band back together. Did you play? I go, well, I can learn. No, that's great. When is that?
March 26th and 27th, I think. So it's coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 nights.
It's a 2-night event.
Wow.
Come for part one. There's going to be a cliffhanger.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not planning it. I don't know. This is a Cass
gonna
Smiley
be
production.
Okay. No,
That'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
yeah.
I
and-
promise. I promise it'll be fun. You guys sound skeptical, but I promise it'll be fun.
I think it's going to be great.
Brett's on board.
Maybe I'll come back up.
Come back
Yeah.
up, man. JetBlue. It's cheap. It's cheap to fly up here.
Yeah, actually, summertime. We really.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about doing a comedy festival. Greg and I have gone around to do it with enough venues and stuff because in the summer we get some amazing rates now that we have competition. It used to be
It's like
unbookable.
under
I won't say that, but
$300.
It's unbookable because you couldn't afford to get them all up here
Right.
and
We
get
shouldn't
everybody
advertise
and
it too
house
much.
them.
People are going to take all the tickets if we advertise that too much.
Yeah, but I mean it's still an
Very-
idea,
very
and it
expensive
works
to fly
because
up
we
here.
have so many great venues that we could do it. And then it's half the comedy thing, and then everybody up here we can do half of just go and fuck around.
Yeah.
I mean there's so many beautiful places, you know that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a good idea.
I like that idea of a comedy. Let's come up here, do some comedy, and then we'll get drunk in the woods.
No, and that's the other thing is comics always hanging out are always fun. So
Sure.
like go out boating and do the whole glacier tour thing. I mean the glacier tour things you got to realize you're not up here long enough to do it. Is the problem. But you go whale watching glaciers.
This could be your last chance. The
But
glaciers
they
could be
take
gone.
you out one of those they're the outdoor open skiff with this. It's all closed in. It's all glass walled. But they go right up to glaciers and stuff, and you see everything.
that's
And
cool.
wheels are breaching around the boat, and you're going, this is kind of amazing. Yeah.
I would be convinced that as soon as the boat got near a fucking glacier, it would fucking calf or whatever it is where it fucking breaks. and,
That's called getting your money's worth.
yeah. Then you don't you drown.
You
when
know how
happens?
that? No, well, you
Doesn't
don't.
the
Well,
boat-
if you're in a big enough boat, you don't. Yeah.
Don't like paddle your surfboard up to it.
But what they did is they finally made them stop because you used to pull the horn, and the echo of the horn would cause some
right.
calving. But the glaciers have melted at such a high rate. They go, no more. You cannot do that anymore.
You barely have any glacier left. Do not honk at
It
them.
was like Glacier Tour, and it is
Yeah.
Crepe Out Glacier, a big X, and they go, tour. You want to go on tour?
Yeah. It's like that episode of The Simpsons when the school trip, they go to the glacier and it's just a puddle. Fucking, that's it.
But see, that was my thing is I go, because most of it is driving out to the glacier thing and then coming back, and it's pretty much, it's like a train on the way back. You've seen everything. It's just backwards.
Right.
And, so that's what my idea was, is do a comedy show on the way with the comics. And so the part of
On the train?
No, on the glacier
On
tour.
the glacier tour. Okay.
Because you got a full enclosed glassed area.
So
They
it's
got
a
food and
comedy
everything and
cruise.
drinks. And so you could do it, yeah. But then I thought about it. I said, just to be safe, we should do it on the way back. Just in case you suck.
Right.
You don't
Yeah,
have
you
that
don't
whole
have to
jet
ride
lag.
all the way back.
Oh, yeah, you were the comic.
Yeah.
Oh, look, could you move? There's a whale. I mean, that's just a hard ride back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awkward. You do the show and you're standing there after the show and people are not making eye contact and they didn't care for you and then they
it's
just
just a
wander
matter of
past.
understanding.
You don't want to be trapped in a fucking
a boat.
We're a very educated city, actually. We have, a lot more going. And I always take it for granted until I go somewhere else. And then you go, like anywhere in the Midwest you go now, and they're just like dumb. I mean, you're just like, you can't really, you're kidding, right? You go, oh, no. I ain't never been out of this state. And you go, oh, that's amazing. But it's amazing how dumb our country has gone. We're the heart attack grill.
We have the internet. We don't need to think. We're fine.
Yeah. I mean, some guy sat there and said, if you're really fat, I think people come to see you.
A guy opened a restaurant, and then he started a series on A&E. Mm-hmm. He's doing well. The guy who was like, people like watching fat people do things. He's doing pretty well.
I mean, that's like Suge Knight. Suge Knight.
What?
No, I mean, if you take that, they're making a movie about Compton, and he wasn't even in the movie, but he killed a guy while they're making it.
Which movie is this?
Compton. It's about what is it?
NWA?
Yeah. And I don't know, they had some
drove
disagreement.
Over a guy with his car.
But now they have the video, and he's complaining that he's not getting good enough treatment in county jail. He's going blind.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And ironically, Justice is blind. But he's using a video to get out of it. But he can't see the video well enough to see if he's not guilty. This is weird.
Should not. Apparently held, was it Vanilla Ice? He held like over a balcony by
that's like, I don't even know if that's true.
I don't know.
Because
I hope that's true.
Vanilla Ice is a pretty big dude.
Well, Vanilla Ice is going to jail too, it sounds like.
For what?
It turns out
Did he not follow regulations on his home building
stealing fucking...
the neighbors had a foreclosed home, and they took stuff from the foreclosed home while they're working on one next door.
Yeah.
And what really hurt him is they served a search warrant at his house, and they found the stuff that was stolen at his house, and it's enough to be a felony. And he came out and said, it's just a misunderstanding. And I said, so was your hit song.
The one he stole from,
from
Queen?
Queen?
Yeah. And so...
That David Bowie Queen song was foreclosed. Nobody was using that beat.
Well, see, that's what happened. They let him get away with that. He assumed it's okay.
No, and then now all of a sudden he realized, there are consequences, and he's going to have to rebuild his career like he did that house.
But that just goes to show you don't get in trouble if you are a famous musician and you steal. It's only when you're a home contractor and you steal.
Well, here's the deal: is you just had Marvin Gaye. Family, because he's dead.
Yeah.
He was shot by his father, because Black Lives Matter. But he was shot by his father, so the family now sues for Blurred Lines, which was clearly a ripoff, and the jury saw it that way. So $7 million later, they now get the money, even though they have no talent at all. Right. They have a lawyer, they have no talent. And they get $7 million, and they're like, yeah, see, you don't do that. And it was funny, because all Vanilla Ice is claiming now is he was sampling this neighbor's stuff, and he doesn't see what the big deal is because he just took part of it.
But I think I saw some breakdown of Blurred Lines, and it was like a breakdown of like from that court case, like they released the amount of money that song made, and it showed you exactly how much like Robin Thicke and is Robin Thicke, that's his name?
Yes.
And Pharrell Williams like showed how much each of them like made from the song, and they each made like I think it was like $10 million each from that one song.
I know, and this is what I'm trying to explain is musicians are getting ripped off, and then you get that and that story. You're going, how did they do that? And I said Marvin Gaye is rolling in his grave.
They did it by
not
by
because they stole his
Southwest.
song. He's rolling in his grave because that song was listened to more than everything in the Marvin Gaye collection.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
More people heard that song than anything Marvin Gaye did. And I went, that's got to kill you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know these guys are very talented.
There is. Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to make up statistics now, but I'm sure like a Taylor Swift video has way more plays than anybody ever bought Elvis Presley or Beatles albums combined. Like, it's kind of gross, but I like Taylor Swift, so it's fine too.
No, he's got the Taylor Swift thing going.
Yeah, she's all right.
She's good, right?
Have you ever met her?
No.
Should I? In LA, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I haven't met her yet.
Nothing, huh?
She doesn't go to the
I'm gonna meet her next
Two
week,
Girls,
I think.
One Pup show?
One pup.
Yeah.
I hope she shows up the night you debut your Just for Dogs act.
My Bill Barker character.
So have you played tennis yet?
No.
Well, you're gonna though.
Yeah, it's right down the street. Yeah,
It's
it's the
you can buy lotto tickets right down the street at
Yeah.
7-Eleven. They still got the police substation there.
I don't know.
Trooper Substation on the other side of where 7-Eleven is.
I'll have to look.
That's the one that was the ones that arrested Eddie Murphy when he was.
Oh, right. I did hear that from
cruising.
somebody.
Yeah.
And the tennis court at the park is the one that where Mitch wrote his joke about he was hitting the tennis. Him and Doug were playing tennis, and they were hitting the tennis ball into the wall. And Mitch wrote the joke: "It doesn't matter how good I get, I'll never be as good as a wall."
Right.
It's fucking
And there should
right
be a
there.
plaque.
There should be a plaque there.
There should be. We
Get
were
a plaque.
talking about that. We were going to get a plaque, and we're going to put it up.
Fuck it, go for full bronze statue.
Do it. You know what? Put plaques all over town.
There's actually no
Greg
rules
Giraldo
about-
wrote his homeless thing on the guys on Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Yeah, the homeless guys on Santa Monica. He wrote that one about wearing your underwear on the outside of your pants. He goes, "Yeah, I don't think you're holding out for upper management." Yeah. So get a plaque there. You could do a comedy tour.
Plaques.
You could do a
There
comedy
you
tour
go.
there.
That could be like your day gig is doing comedy tours where all the great jokes were written.
Yeah, that's actually a fucking pretty good idea.
That's a really good idea.
Shaylee, edit that out. Do not put that in the podcast.
actually a really good idea.
Includes a snack. You're getting oranges on the side of the freeway. Here you go, people. Enjoy your oranges. It's an electric car. We're going to have to stop and park for a little bit.
So the bus tour, so it starts with the tour of where all the famous jokes were written. Then you do a comedy show on the upper half of the bus on the way back.
And remember Cantors? Have you eaten at Cantors yet?
No.
That's the other one,
I know,
Fairfax.
on Fairfax, yeah, I know
That
Cantors.
is so fun. That area is so much fun. We went
Yeah.
down there, like I said, last year, and we just wandered around. Ben goes, "This is really fun." I go, "I know." And we went to Cantor's, and we ate. I said, "That's the closet where Lenny Bruce shot up with the busboy." There's a closet, and it's locked now. It's got a big lock. So, and I was joking with the guy, and who knows who's the co-owner of anything, but he comes up, he goes, "Oh yeah, we had to put a lock on because people kept wanting to go in there and take pictures and stuff." And I go, "Nobody wants to shoot up anymore." But yeah, but that's the part that you just go, "Oh, it's great," because New York has gotten just rifled with housing. I mean, remember CBGBs, everything.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Developers bought it, and they just rip it down. L.A. luckily doesn't have that kind of economy, and so all the classics are still there.
You can still just go by the same club where River Phoenix.
Oh, the
Died
Viper,
in-
yeah,
the
the Viper
Viper
Room.
Room.
Died in
Best
John-
acting that kid ever did.
John Cusack's arms, Johnny Depp's arms. Trivia.
Depp.
I'm going Depp.
Going Depp.
All right. If you know the
Cusack's
answer,
not
if you
cool
know
enough.
the answer, tweet at us.
Oh.
I'm
Let
at
us
John
know-
Norris.
And let us
What'd
know
you
how Gregory Hines is doing, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please Google.
I think he's
Google
dead.
That's
that
a
and tweet
great
us, too.
picture,
No, I
too.
think
Remember
he's
the
dead.
one with Johnny Depp and who else is in the car with him? And Hunter S. Thompson.
John Cusack.
John Cusack.
John
Yeah.
Cusack. I knew he was there.
Yeah, and they were all in the car and they're gone and they're all fucked up going, "Hey."
My-
Like, you go, "That was a fun night."
My goal for this podcast is just to get so big that I can just ask questions on it and have people tweet the answer to me
Right.
without actually having to do the
Perfect.
Googling. That would be, it's even easier than Siri.
Wow.
Someday.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think it'll happen.
No, that's what
You gotta
hope,
believe.
that's what hope is.
That's success in my book. Should we wrap it up? We're about exactly 54 minutes in, not counting the first 3 minutes, and then I dropped the recorder.
Oh, the drop, yeah. So we can anything else? Let's see what's going on.
What's happening? What are you excited about doing while you're here?
Not
Getting the fuck
getting
out?
attacked on stage.
Oh yeah, there was a
Let's
bit
talk
of
about that. What did you do, Brett?
I was making fun of people from Wasilla.
Which,
and
if you don't know, I mean, Wasilla is one of the ones. It's a go-to for every comedy thing. You come here because it's just outside of town. They moved out there, so they didn't have all the regulations of the city. But when their house gets on fire, then it burns down because you're not paying city taxes.
Pick a new target. That's what we're saying. There's
Yeah,
so many
that was-
other.
and
There's,
so it was too hack,
there's
right?
Palmer. There's
So that's-
Butte. There's Tulkey. There's
Okay.
Willow. There's so many other places you can make.
Well,
fun
it
of.
was actually it came up organically because I was talking to somebody in the crowd and then they said they were from Wasilla, so it wasn't like I picked
Right.
Wasilla out to make
But
fun of. They
as
said,
you know, even locally, we
Yeah.
make fun of Wasilla.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
all the thing. I said, you know you're in Wasilla if you see more than 3 blue tarps. You're in Wasilla. Yeah.
yeah, but so anyway, that was happening, and then all of a sudden, some guy who I wasn't talking to, I don't even think he had been at the show. I didn't recognize him. I don't know where he came from, but he just charged up the aisle on the side and then just jumped right up on the stage and started to reach for the mic stand. And I was like, what the fuck? So, I mean, I had to physically push him back off the stage. And that's when I got serious, because I've been doing this for a long time, and I know how it goes, and I am not going to fucking die in Anchorage, Alaska at fucking Coots.
Well, you got two shows left. Yeah.
That's the
Well, I mean, if I do, it's not going to be because I was too surprised to do something. Like, I was getting it. I go, dude, you got to get the fuck off of this stage. Do not stand on this stage. And I just fucking shoved him back onto the floor. And then.
So it was your, like, personal 9/11.
Yeah, a little bit.
It
was interesting. It was fucking crazy.
And what was this like in the beginning of the show?
It was
middle of the show?
almost at the end.
This was your grand finale. Did people think he was a plant?
Actually, one person did say afterwards, like, "Oh, that was all planned out, right?" I'm like, "Did you see the fucking haphazard way it went down?"
Did you see the fear? Did you see the
Yeah.
fear in my eyes? That was not planned.
Yeah, it was something, man, and it was great because Michelle was tending bar right there, and she was the first one. She was quick, man. She fucking yoinked that dude back. I don't know what happened to him after that.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
But
There's
yeah,
always something at Coots, man.
No, and that's it. There's never a dull moment. But the thing is, it's just so funny because just the idea that Wasilla's your trigger is like, it's a go-to. People in Wasilla make fun of Wasilla.
That
So it's
guy
not
has
like,
been sitting in bars for just his whole life.
I'm not-
People making fun of his hometown. He snapped. He
Yeah,
heard you.
maybe. I got the impression that from the look in his eyes, like just a glazed over look in his eyes, that it might have just been coincidence that we were talking about Wasilla, and that he might have just decided, like, he was walking through the back of the room and looked and just said, "I am going to go up to there and talk into that microphone." Like, I'm not even sure he
that
was
there was a
connected
cohesive
to
thought that-
anything I was doing at all. I think he was
he
just
might have
beyond. You
I
know?
like to think there's some hometown pride. And he's like, I'm not this pansy piece
Well, you
of shit from
understand-
LA who lives in Doug Stanhope's old building, talk shit about my hometown.
yeah. But do you understand too that is actually the town that Sarah Palin
Yeah, well, that's what
mayor of.
we were talking. That's how we started. We started
that
talking about Sarah
inbred
Palin.
piece of shit.
Maybe
Yeah.
he was one of
Not
Red's
to mention the
boyfriends.
guy on stage, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it might have been Trig or Trap. I don't know.
Oh,
some sort of math.
Some sort of mutant fucking Palin.
yeah, some Oxycontin throwback.
So my only real short-term goal is to survive the rest of the week.
So you're now signing boxing gloves for your merch. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, well,
It's riot gear.
I'll be ready for the fucking roast wrestling battle.
Yeah, for sure. Just body slamming people off the stage.
Yeah, I'm ready for anything now.
This is an off the stage match. If any of your body lands outside of the stage, you lose.
Tagging your dog and go, you're in.
It's just a German Shepherd attacking comics. So you have 2 more nights here, 3 more nights,
3. Yeah. Through Sunday, right?
Uh-huh.
Sunday. Yeah,
and
Sunday
then
night.
you have your you have a show coming out on NBC next week. Or
Yeah.
what's
I'm
going
going
on
to
in
be
LA?
famous. This is my last week of not being famous.
Oh, okay, so enjoy it.
Go back to LA. I'm going to get super famous, and then maybe at that point buy a couch.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, 'cause right now instead of a couch, we're in it's a 1-bedroom apartment, but it's really a 2-bedroom apartment because instead of a couch, we have an air mattress in our living room.
So that
it's
room is empty.
essentially a fucking it's now a 2-bedroom. It's
You
just
should
the way,
immediately-
it's the way you look at it, you know.
Brett, you got to just do it. You got to get LA right in your head right now, okay? First, go buy $9,000 sunglasses. Just go. I know money's a little tight, but I needed these. Okay?
All right.
And you remember you have alternate side parking.
Right. Oh,
That's
yeah.
the other thing you got to remember.
Oh, I know all about the
Do you ever remember? Okay, so when we lived there, alternate side parking, there was a guy who for, I think it was $20 a week, would move your car. Because Doug would be like on the road and stuff, but he found this guy, and he would everyone gave him keys, and he would do this.
Uh-huh.
Well, the guy gets pneumonia and dies, and everyone gets a ticket. Everyone did. And they were like, what happened? And they're all mad at the guy
for dying?
for almost 4 days until somebody goes, well, he died. And you know what their number? They went, that's horrible, because this is L.A. That's horrible. And the next question everyone said, I heard, was, well, where's my key then? I mean, that's the lifespan, right?
He's got a grave spot that's just got a bunch of tickets just strewn about it like flowers.
But it turned out good because he's actually doing 3 shows now in Vegas. Yeah, he's actually the guy throwing the football.
You can see his little Chinese butthole.
Yeah, just chops right up.
It's a great show, guys. At the Luxor. Highly recommended.
Yeah. Luxor.
Well,
Right next to the buffet.
This has been a awesome podcast because it's a good break from my regular workday. So
No,
always
it's
nice
great.
to
And
hang
welcome
out.
home and
Thanks.
welcome back.
Thanks.
And I'm just here now. I stay until snow flies again. Well, you've listened to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker in Anchorage, Alaska.
I'm John Norris, also in Anchorage, Alaska.
I'm Brett Erickson in Anchorage, Alaska, near Wasilla.
Look at this guy, this fancy LA fucker, gonna pronounce it better than us. I get it. Thanks for listening, everybody.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Engineered by me, Greg Chaille.
I don't think of anything.